Now you're... good afternoon, everybody. Hey, I have to find you. I have to find you on my Facebook page before... wait, look, see? She's not coping. Let me just find us. Because then what you have to do, you have to go through... See? And then you have to turn your volume down. Yeah, I know, Cass, because I expected expletives from Emma, so I didn't put the sound on for the first 5 seconds. I know. Oh, dear. Good afternoon. You were all really quick to jump to tell me I had the sound off. I don't forget anymore. I just wanted to ease Em into the fact that we didn't have any sound. How are we all this afternoon? We're here today in the studio at work in the warehouse because Emmy's not allowed to visit my house at the moment.
Hang on a minute.
Still not talking to me?
What's a metre and a half?
A metre and a half. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, Cass says Em couldn't possibly cuss.
No. Silence says everything.
The silence says everything. So seriously, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chandler's Cottage, to our Tuesday show and our first High Tea Tuesday, which has kind of gone to plan, just a little bit, but the complication of not being able to film at home, just with our little limitations at the moment. And I know for a lot of you are going, we're not allowed to do anything, and I know you can't, and we send our absolute best wishes to everyone because we're Victorian, and we've been there, and we've done that, and we our hearts are absolutely with you on it all. So it meant that if Em and I wanted to bake anything,
we've done the magic of television.
We've done the magic of television. And if I can't string a sentence together, what time did I come in? I came in at 7:15 this morning because I love you all and I wanted the mail orders done. That's all I'm saying. So Mr. Australia Post and I are going to have a conversation after the show. But besides all of that, good afternoon. Ruthie Baird's here. Kathy
Ruth.
Douglas is here. Christine's here. Sharon Keys from Keysborough's here.
Hello, Sharon.
Cass is always here. Hey, Jenny. Hello, Denise. And Barnshaw's here. See, all these people. Em doesn't do Facebook anymore.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't realise we talk about her every week, twice a week.
You sound like Miss Helena. And I, with the magic mirror, I can see.
I told you to talk to the camera like play school. But
No.
you're a rumpus room girl, aren't you? Did you say rumpus room?
Rumpus room. And, oh yeah, see me walk so straight.
And what was the one that Jason Donovan's mum used to host, who also did the ABC News?
Was that Romper Room?
No, that was like Wonderland or Magic Land or...
I'm not that
Oh,
old.
shut up. You are. We can go
Not
there.
yet.
We can go there and we can talk about someone's birthday coming up. Janine says hi. Nan's here as well, and Yvonne Chapman's here. See, these are all names that you know.
I do.
Mark Evans, Marie's here. Donna. Now, see this name here? Do you know where Donna is?
No.
She gets up really, really early. She's in the UK.
On the other side of the world.
She is. And then we talk to each other on Natasha's Facebook live show. Pat Goss is here. Frances Bandis is here. Honestly, then it worries me because I'm being silly because Barbara's here and I don't know that I've seen Barbara's name before. So Barbara, have you joining us for the first time? If so, maybe not the best show to join. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Terry's here.
Oh, hello, Terry.
See? Barbara Lawrence is here. Now, Barbara said she's having a wonderful time in lockdown.
Oh, it's very constructive.
But she's got
I've got a big box.
hello to you too. See, Christine thinks we're lovely ladies. I did an order for Christine this morning, didn't I? I did. Something went to Christine this morning. You know who that is? Jane.
Oh.
She has a little secret Facebook name.
Right.
Anyway, look at all these wonderful people. Annette's here. There's heaps of people. Oh, hello, Helen. we won't ask how things are in Sydney. Just sew. Just keep sewing.
Just keep sewing.
Just keep sewing. Hello, Kate. I'm sure I've done a count. Cindy's here from Yeovil.
Yes.
Cindy, you're out of lockdown, aren't you? You're not in lockdown anymore. You're allowed out to play. I don't know if they should let Cindy out, you know. I think she'd play up a bit of a ruckus. Hello, Melanie from the Blue Mountains.
I've just read that Cass never leaves.
Cass never leaves. I do screen what Cass writes, so they can all see it. Now, see, Melanie, I feel like, I've just done so many orders, it's not.
Yeah, I've
it's
done a
not
Melanie.
good. Yeah. Karen's here. Look, see, they're all here to join us for this afternoon. Oh, Sally's here from Lara, the lockdown experts. That's so
yeah, they're
true.
good too.
Oh, I'm hankering for a trip to OG, so I can tell you. That's Ocean Grove. If you're, up with it.
We should be
Christine's
careful.
here
There
too.
could
I'll
be
just
girls
keep
watching
going.
from Ocean Grove. I was just about to go on my suburban spiel, but I thought, no, there'll be girls from everywhere we know.
Hello, Marcel. Look what Petra said. 2 days. 2 days. Petra, we
Wow.
think things are now going fast because I started a GoFundMe account for a Learjet, didn't I? No, I'm joking.
Well, they might be going fast in New South Wales, but they are not going fast in Victoria.
No. But it's potluck. But we think it's the new Australia Post system we're using. However, Emma will tell you I spent 45 minutes logging all of our parcels today and lost
all
the
the
lot.
things
So I have
just
to do it
went
again afterwards. So, Susan's here as well. Barb's here. Oh, Rhonda's here. Rhonda Barry.
Oh, hello,
Hi,
Rhonda.
Cheryl. Oh, yeah. They're all in the building. You don't want to know that though, do you really?
No, it's just
See,
you
I've got
and
used
me.
to it. Oh, there's a hello, Joy. Oh, Barb's here too. And Cheryl, there's one person watching now. We have to behave. Lisa King's in the building.
Hello, the King.
Clean up when we go. Are we going to leave us some high tea?
Excuse
me. Miss OCD. Oh, Miss OCD. All right. Now, Emma, just so that Em's up to scratch, so that if I want to go to the Bahamas once we're allowed off this island, she can just run the lives every week for me. So, Em, I'll explain to you first.
Not happening.
What happens on a live show? First of all, we welcome everyone. So you can tick that off. You got a list?
No.
Hi, Maureen. What do you mean you can't tick it off the list? Okay, so we say hello to everyone because it's really important. And also, I will be honest, and Donna will know this in the UK from watching Natasha, a little secret. We don't kick straight in. We do wait for people because some people had a cake in the oven. We're putting the washing on, putting the washing out, get the alert. They're out in the garden doing something. So we wait. We wait until we think we're, pretty much as people are here.
Settled.
Susan says we sound like Romper Room.
See?
Yeah.
With Miss Helena's magic mirror.
The boys, for a brief while, for those in Queensland, they got into a Queensland produced show that was called What's in the Box? Was it What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box
And
today?
now my mate Michelle at Handcrafter's house in Perth, I don't know if she still does it, she runs a What's in the Box with the gorgeous guy that works the lovely young gentleman that works for her does a What's in the Box. And the first time I watched it, he pulled out a parcel and I went, oh no! And it was our other alias, the textile pantry from our wholesale business, and it was so nerve-wracking because he's unpacking and going, please let it all be there, please let it look nice in the pack, please look okay. But they do a What's in the Box.
There you go.
I started, hello Grandy, I did your order this morning, it's sitting over there on the floor and it will go out tonight for you, Australia Post, promise. Bernadette says she's unable to watch your video on Facebook. I don't know why, because you're here. It might be your reception, I don't know, but you will be able to catch it later on YouTube. So it will stay up live on Facebook for now. And then when we finish the show, Cass goes and uploads it onto the Leesa Chandler YouTube channel as well, so that it's always there, or that then adds to all the craft and cook shows and everything that are on there. So you'll be able to watch it there.
But if she can't watch you live, she didn't just hear that.
Well, she's there, so maybe her, she's got a blank screen, not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Wendy!
I did find that when I went to watch you one time while I was not on Facebook. and I had to do it from the app. I couldn't just do it via the internet.
Can I have that pen? Can I have one of those pens? So, thank you. Oh no, don't worry, I've got one here. I take it back, Emily. I take it back. So, today, this is sort of, okay, we're going to try and convince you we're organised, and we're going to try and, all right, Em's organised. We're going to try and convince you that we did put a lot of thought into what we wanted to do, but probably my fault. A lot of what I had planned was like this visionary, 6 months of high teas, and that every time we did one it would get more elaborate, and Rob's going to run dual, what are those called? What are those blue things called? This thing.
Network cables.
This is an Ethernet cord.
Okay.
Nice funny of it. It's an Ethernet cord. This connects you to live stream through the internet. So we're going to have 2 or 3 of those at home, so we can be in the kitchen and we can be in the studio. So there's all these things we have planned. And then it came to today and I went, oh my goodness, we have to start today. So I asked Em to help me out, do some little demos with stitchery, because you know them, by hand, and then I'm going to show you some by machine. And we chose a particular pattern to work with today. So we're going to run through some different techniques. But first of all, on top of all of that, Lord, I've lost it, it's over here. We're actually going to use, I've only got it here in black and white at the moment. Where's the cameras? Let's go. This is a switcher. She's scared of the switcher.
I'm not
It's
scared
not
of
like
the switcher.
It was almost, you're not scared of the switcher?
Yeah, you're driving it.
Yeah. So this is the pattern that I have printed off black and white, and this pattern is up under live 7. So usually we go up a number each week. Don't freak out, Cass, I haven't gone to 8. Usually we go up each week. I've actually left everything relating to this show under live 7, so it's exactly the same code as last week, because a lot of the things that we're doing are still going to feature and use what we talked about last week. So I left that up in case some people, heaven forbid, missed last week's shows. So everything's still under live 7. A couple of things have been taken down because we sold out of them. Is Therese Parry online yet or not? I need to talk to her. Hello, Gail. Oh, look at, how do you say that? Marilla
Martin Bianco.
Oh, you're good. I can't do that. Welcome. Anyway, so if someone missed last week, I've left most of those specials up. We sold out of the first week the blue handles. Last week we sold out of the dark brown. Can you tell I have the dark brown handles? Now, in my defence, there were 2 boxes labelled as brown. Only one had brown in it. So to make up for that, and I think I've got 3 people that missed out on the brown, we're going black today. Everyone's going to want black, and I've got black. So we're going to do that also. But this is up under live 7, this little pattern. This is important to talk about today. Why? Because it relates back to me convincing everyone to make sure they had in their arsenal, is that the right word?
Weapons of mass construction.
A hexagon template. So they're still up under live 7 as well. And I'm using that today to show you how you can actually design your own bags. Now, because we had to move back to the warehouse, it does become a bit like a staff meeting with the girls at some stage. Because we had to move back, that's for later. Can you hold that? Because we had to move back to the warehouse temporarily. I don't have an overhead camera today, but we've got close-ups set up on each side, so I'll still be able to show you everything pretty well. And that's actually really good because Em is doing fancy schmancy stitchery stuff.
Right.
With gorgeous thread.
Oh, it was very nice to sew with.
And it's a bit of...
Stitch with. I didn't sew, I stitched.
Would you call it embroidery?
Yes.
How come you're in a jacket and I'm burning up? I've been running around like
a blue ass. And I have a thermal underneath my jumper.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this baby off for a minute.
Okay.
Barb's got a cousin. Oh look, later on it might come in really handy if I put the pedal on it too.
Might work better. Although I hear they've got a go stop button.
They do. Go stop button. They do. Now we're going to have to... Do we need this? Can we get rid of that?
Sure.
We're going to need to quiz Em at next month's high tea. I'm going to have a quiz for her about a 720 Bernina.
Still in the box. I just got a box.
And why aren't you opening your box yet, Emma?
Because I need a 37 foot and I need a walking foot.
Wait, that's not why it's still in the box.
Yeah, it is, because I had to sew and it was going to be on the table in the way of using.
Excuse me,
the
it is
superseded.
not your birthday yet.
I know, so I'm not opening it.
I know what you're getting for your birthday. Can I just tell everyone? So organised. Where do you put them all? It's like a wedding registry.
What? Oh, the family wish list.
So where's that stored?
It's
Because everyone should have one of these.
It's within Rowan's website. It's like a little. You've got to know the URL to get to it.
Could you have a private Facebook page, like a group? Would that
Potentially,
work?
yeah. And you just have it in your file.
So Emma's family have a private present registry.
Yeah.
So you can put up there everything that you want, and then when someone buys it for you, it gets taken off, and no one knows who's bought what. I think that's really cool. Everyone should have one of those.
And sometimes when you go to update it, you go, I'm sure I bought. Don't think about it. It's not on the list anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just not looking anymore.
Ooh. I tell you what, if there's anything to do with the Bernina sewing machine, I'd better know about it.
There were about 9 entries that said Bernina.
Oh, were there?
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to quizzing you on what a Bernina 720 can do.
Oh,
and things like
which
which 2 buttons do you push to get you to a denim tension setting? And how do you, where's the command to sew buttons on with the button sew on foot? And did you know there was a button sew on foot?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did, because I was reading yesterday somebody else who I was watching on YouTube. She uses just a zigzag foot. I'm thinking, I think I want a bit more support.
If you've got a fancy schmancy automated buttonhole foot, you can.
And then you just adjust your zigzag.
Gotcha. It's all good. It's all good.
So what are we making today, Les? You're
drafting
a bag.
I'm glad you asked that question. Just listen, I can be really serious with you when you're not here with the team.
So you're telling me that it's me that makes you silly?
Yep. Always has. May I please have you know what I need? I need one of those creative grid rulers. Do you know where they are? They're on the self-destructing carousel that's all going on the slat wall tomorrow. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's take you down here. This is the hexagon template, and I'm sure a lot of you have got one. So what I wanted to do was show you how, if you have got one, how you can use it to make a 6-sided, thank you, little drawstring bag. I'm going to take it out of its wrapper. Would you like one of these for your birthday? Because I have to take it out of the wrapper anyway. Have you got one of these?
Do you know, if I opened up my weapons of mass construction, I would actually be able to pull out a Creative Grids ruler that you brought back from the US for me so long ago. It's not funny.
It just means how long it's taken me to get my act together. I'm actually thinking next Tuesday. I know it's not High Tea Tuesday, but I promised the girls that we would do lefty-righty
stuff,
rotary cutters. Mm. So considering how quickly I set up the studio today, we could do that.
Oh, we can have High Tea Tuesday and we can have Tech Time Tuesday.
Tech Time Tuesday. Right, okay. All right, so any hexagon template, it doesn't matter what size it is. It's not going to matter because I'm going to show you how to make your panel to make a 6-sided bag. Here's some Emma prepared earlier. I'm not even going to try and kid you that I did them. So this is what we are creating, and we're making that little pocket sewing caddy that I said you'll find under Live 7. It's actually got some little Suffolk puff flowers on it. So we're doing purple today. So if you draw, we'll go right round, hey? And draw around our octagon.
No, it's a...
Just testing. Around your hexagon. I'm not really, Em kept saying, "Are you going to eat lunch? Are you going to eat lunch?" And then I had to fess
Would you
up.
like a smaller one than that?
Yeah, please. And then I had to fess up. I hadn't eaten
You hadn't had
breakfast, and the
breakfast.
girls watching they're in a Quilters Life are going to be really cross with me. I had a banana at about 7 o'clock, and the day's just disappeared. Yeah, see, these now we've got coming in the long ones. But we've also got that super cool project with the strip sew. There's a creative cut ruler with patterns that come with it, so we'll do that next week, yeah? Sure, we're on a roll, so we'll do that. All right, so once I've drawn this on, go through and just join up.
Join the dots.
Join the dots or join the points. So this is going to give you, so many different things to do. Like that. Now immediately you're going to go, oh, it's one of those blocks. So you could paper piece really funky hexagons together. You see this section, can you see that section there? I can't because the new lights, Rob bought, are blinding me. That section there, that's been one piece where you go through and you go, use your 60-degree ruler and you go, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do, yeah.
So that could be one colour and that would be another colour. There's so many things to get to. We'll get there. I think that new ruler we're using next week does that.
Have we got it? Can I play with it?
It's not here. I can go and get you one. Okay. The pattern's here. I can show you the pattern we're doing.
I want to play with the tools.
Okay, so this is the base of your bag. This little...
Can I spread it out for you to show the girl?
Yeah. If I do that there is that. Okay, that there. Now obviously this one is bigger, but you can see that gives you your 60-degree angle right there to play with. Someone wrote something nice. A very frustrating and chaotic day. Who said that? Oh, Donna, are you
Donna.
talking about our day or your day?
Her day. We're going to settle her down. Grab a cup of tea.
Did you not make this
Chamomile and
morning...
Manuka honey, really good.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not make, Donna, this morning a beautiful, finally teal and brown woven kit with her purse and everything?
Yes.
Because the purse frames came in.
That's correct. May I have that purple
Yeah,
piece?
okay.
Your
Can
purple
they
people?
see what you're doing?
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, there you go. So that is essentially that there. So if you have 6 of this with that starting there, you are going to have the base of your bag. Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll just hold that up. Wait, no, wait. There. So this section here is going to be the base of your bag. Now you could actually stop there, but that means your bag base isn't going to be that big. So what I suggest you do is grab your ruler, we'll grab this one, and you can just extend it so that it's bigger. So I need to measure it, don't I? Make sure they're both the same, boss.
Yep.
Sorry, teach. It's quite appropriate, isn't it, that we say rompus room or something, considering your other occupation. There you go. So I'm going to, you can see, you can just keep extending it and make it bigger if you want to.
You could make it so big that it becomes that gorgeous trug, for want of a better description. You know how we had the knitting basket at one of our shows, and that was just really big.
Really big.
And the other thing that's like that was one of the bags that was in the creative cuts when we made the quilt had the...
Where are they?
Yeah. Because we did a series of 3 things using
We did.
hexagons
We
slash
did.
triangles.
Actually, we've got some of those packs in the red. You know, I'm going to go put them on live 7. Just keep going. All right.
Would you like me to write that down for you?
Yeah, I'll do it in a minute when you're talking. I'll go and put it up. All right. So now what you will do is come through and design how long you want your sides to be. So these ones here, see, they're quite tall. But what you've got to keep in mind is when you pull your bag in, you sort of lose some of that height with the drawstring at the top. So I'm going to make that 6.5. I'm getting really nervous about every time a car comes in. I always do that.
You're used to being in the privacy of your own home.
When's your next haircut? Every time I lean over, I sort of go, oh, regrowth. Sorry, that's bad taste for the girls in New South Wales and Queensland now. We can't say that.
I don't see your problem, Lisa.
Oh.
Look for it. Regrow?
Yeah. I know. It's all yours. Okay. So see that? That is going to be, that is your panel for your 6-sided drawstring bag. Ta-da! How simple is that? So any size hexagon you can do. Oh, okay. Maybe not a 1/2 inch paper piece hexagon. That would just
I don't
be
think it
silly.
would actually hold much. I don't even think you could put so much as an engagement ring in it.
But anything down to 3 inches across would be fine, as long as you can really you need to accurately be able to draw across those lines to create your bag. Now you all know how to, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to do a 4-sided one. And a good example that's not a drawstring one is our Tidy Up.
Yes.
Yes, which is still under Life 7, I think, one of the kits. But this is 6-sided, so it's just more.
But the concept is the same. You start with a square,
that's right,
and then go the diagonals.
That's right. And what I was going to say, if you decided you wanted to go to an octagon, 8-sided, you just need to have a little bit of respect for how tight the angle is, because the angles are going to be
you're going to have a lot of piecing in this centre section.
Yeah. So when you get to that, you've really got to think about having all of your seams run the same way, so they pinwheel at the bottom on the same. So this.
All open. Yeah, I think the last time we did something like that, we ended up going all open because it was just too chunky.
Did we fill the swear jar or not? No.
We did one and had a little bit in the swear jar, and then we decided open was better.
Oh, Donna got a package today.
Donna, whose package we packed this morning.
Oh, that's another one. Hello, Maggie. Meg, what did Maggie want? What would Maggie like? We were supposed to send her 2?
Yes, but she's only got one, so we're going to see if we've got another one.
An award-winning remnants bag in autumn, summer coming?
No, autumn, winter.
Spring, winter? Make up your mind. It's spring, it's winter, spring. No, or it's autumn, summer.
Okay. Careful, she'll tell you.
She will tell me. She will. Okay, so that's the 4 panels for the outside of this bag. 6. 6. They're the 6 for my lining.
Yes.
Did you say that with a New Zealand accent?
It did come out a bit like that. Now who would like a sausage?
Do I have the lining for these?
Yes, you should do. There they are over there, behind that laptop here.
What colour are they?
Black.
Oh, these.
Yes.
Got it.
And those bits there are the
man, it's all together.
sleeve.
I've got to go out more often for last minute preparations.
So you've got to get out more.
I've got to go. You can't say that either. You have to be sensitive.
No.
I've got all these girls so busy at the moment.
They don't have time to go
I
out.
have told them.
I don't have time to go to work.
That's on a quilter's life as well. I've been badgering them. You know what I told them all to do this week?
What? Clean out the pantry?
It may not be up yet. Cass will tell me. No. We've done the pantry. We've done the bedside tables. We've done the bathrooms.
Didn't think about that.
Cass will tell me if it's up or not yet. I'm not sure. Yes, Janine, I did. So people it's just to get
Random
together.
question.
No, this week it's Christmas decorations.
But they're in the roof. I'm not taking them down now. No, not happening.
It's time to clean them out, work out what you've got to make. So that is every second panel on my bag, not Emma's bag. My bag is going to have
purple.
An overlaying pocket, and this is where I'm going to do some design work with this little sheet here. So everyone that orders this week, we're going to pop one of these in, yeah? Is that the plan? Yes. You want that one back?
Yep, because I wrote on this one.
Oh, mine's black and white. Okay, so this is the little diagram that we're doing this week. So this, we'll pop this in with the orders this week. And
You might just want to show the girls that that's the difference
Oh,
between
yeah,
one
yeah,
and
yeah.
two.
so that'll go in our Quilters Life Girls. That's just going up for you, Castle. Pop it up. So you can see there, that's the full panel, so as it is in the pattern, and then that's the fold down. Now, if you're thinking, do I need seam allowances, do I not need seam allowances, that is entirely up to you. It's not going to affect the shape of the bag at all.
Just the size.
It's just the size. So if you do all of yours and you decide you want to have it exactly that size, you'll need to add a 1/4 inch right around your panels.
No, this pattern says include seam allowance.
Oh yeah, but if they're making their own.
Oh yes,
If
yes.
they're making their own.
Yeah.
If you want it exactly the same, add a 1/4 inch right round. If you're not fussed, leave it off. Sharon Keys will have 5 made by next week. That's just what she does. Oh, Cass missed what she's looking at. What's she looking at? I can't remember now.
That you're telling the girls to
Oh, yeah.
clean out the Christmas decorations.
Is the fairy light post up or not yet? That was the only question. We're talking about fairy lights, and that lovely lady Mirella is there. Isn't that the name of that lighting company that I really
That's
like?
Mirabella.
Oh, that's sorry. Sorry, Mirella. Just went there. Had friends that worked for them. Best Christmas party ever.
Could you see? Or was it a bit too
Oh,
dazzling?
that's pretty good. All right, so do you... That's me. Shall we do yours first?
Whatever you would like.
I'd love you to do yours first.
Okay.
So Emma decided to...
Have
The
some
sheet
stuff.
is the stitcher, the embroiderer, the schmocker.
Schmocker.
The schmocker.
Okay, with the C in it.
With the smocker. So I asked Emma to come and do some stitchery. Now, I do have an ulterior motive for this as well, because, can you show them those threads on that camera?
Sure can.
So if I go like that, look at those. So these are beautiful, wonderful ones. Now, we've had a reason to get these in this, what is that, pinky red?
Yeah.
Pinky
Coral.
red colour.
It's almost coral and a
red.
real-
And we've got really, really intense teal. The reason they're in, if you've been playing with the little cork bags that we've got, are the makeup purses. With cork, I have got in the most stunning floral printed cork that matches those. So we're developing a new project at the moment. I don't know, it needs to be French today. Project to go with them. So Emma decided they would be really nice to pretty much commandeer those 2 spools for this week. And then we're making this one up.
We're going to, for the purpose of the
I'm just going
exercise.
to take it out because it's shiny.
Oh, of course.
Do you-
See, I don't do this.
Do you remember, and then I have to make them remember, so remember Margaret Upston's magnificent
Wattle bags.
wattle bags that we've got with the black linen? I think there's 2 or 3 left. I don't even know if they made it on the website. You know, I think we did them all through lives. I'll double check. Anyway, Marg's down soon. Right here,
Okay.
whether she likes it or not. So so Margaret used, I'm sure some of you will remember, and we had them at our, oh, that would help, wouldn't it, at our last show. So this is what you get as a pattern with the handle. So I've popped the antique ones up just so you can find them easily today, but they're under bag furniture, so it's a beautiful handle. So you've got all the instructions you need with these to make a bag, and that's what you're using.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give you a look. Where you at?
Okay, so the pattern asked me to cut certain size pieces. That's the back of my bag, and you will note that because I am going to embroider on the front of my bag, I have overcut it. Can you see that? I've actually got extra all around just to give myself a bit of room while I'm playing. But I like to use a bit of whisper weft, and I've left you a tail there so you can see I've attached whisper weft there. Everything that is going into the bag so that it's got a nice consistent, when you're putting it together, consistent hand, everything's already prepared the same way. So I've got whisper weft on the back of those pieces already, and they're being put aside because that's my back and my base for later.
So they're not really big pieces. These are not big pieces, are they?
No.
So we've all got linen sitting in the cupboard we've
Yep.
never used.
Oh, we've got all sorts of things sitting in the cupboard. We have clothes that we just can't bear to part with, like jeans.
Don't even.
Yeah.
But you, hang on. You need to bring some next time, some of your upcycle projects with your jeans.
Sure. So I have already started so that you could, now it's looking a bit crunchy, so that you could get some idea on what I'm going to show you.
I'm going to go play with that light.
Okay.
You talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves, right. So Leesa asked me if I could demonstrate to you backstitch, stem stitch, which I've done in the darker red, and some bullions, or grub roses for want of a better description. Now, in order to prepare my stitching, I trace out my lines first with...
You need a license to run these things, I tell you. Hang on, if I go that one.
I did use a light box at home when I did this, but there's enough light here and the fabric is light enough. So I don't have my whisper weft on the back yet. It's just ready for me to trace. Now, I did make the mistake at home of
that's better. Yep.
trying to do this with a size 1, that way up, size 1 Pigma pen, and it's so fine that it tends to snag on the fabric. So you need to do it with a very, very light hand, so that it doesn't drag. But it's much easier, as you can see. Size 1 is very hard to see the lines. Size 3, I can definitely see the line where I'm going to stitch. But again, I'm still doing this just ever so lightly so it doesn't drag the fabric. And especially because this is a linen, it's kind of a bit, it's like driving over speed bumps or the rumble strips on the side of the Princess Highway on the way to Bairnsdale, when you just start to veer a little bit too close to the verge there. And I haven't marked anything for the centre because I want to be able to cover it up. So if my bullion didn't cover it up, you'd see my line. Why am I marking in a Pigma pen? Because we're all different and my hands don't agree with a grey lead pencil. I end up with dirty, smudgy work. So a Pigma pen is my go-to, and you can get them from Officeworks. And then I just start stitching away using a hoop. Oh, so I've finished tracing out my flower and zip over to the ironing board. Sorry, can you get past? I'm sticking out. Okay. And then I would attach my whisper weft. And that is the right size for me to cut out a little trinket purse so that I can have some matchy in my bag. And that's its back already with its whisper weft on the back. So,
What I miss?
what'd you miss?
Yeah.
How to trace.
Right.
Then I like to use a hoop so everything stays nice and firm. And
Oh, Jane gave her finished wattle bag. Oh, that's right, 'cause she came to the class with Margaret to her daughter for her 50th.
oh, nice gift.
Don't get any ideas, Emma.
Please, what are you going to make me for my 50th? You've got what? 2 weeks?
Just
Just
2
over?
weeks.
No, okay, now some serious stuff.
Yep.
Thread the needle. Now, anyone who's ever missed my little needle threading demo, get your thread, pull it back with your bottom fingers until it's just peeping through. Now, I'm just going to find where it is, and then I am threading it to you, so I'm actually threading blind, and then grab it with your fingernail and got it first go. Now, magic rules again.
Oh my
Fingertip
goodness.
to elbow. Fingertip to elbow.
Hang on, wait, do it again.
Fingertip to elbow. No longer than that. I don't have any scissors.
Oh.
Well, please borrow
there's
yours.
a first.
Yeah. Thank you, my dear. And then cut that end. Don't cut it first and thread that end. All thread likes to go in a particular direction better one way than the other. I need to refer to my image because I can't exactly see because I traced it in the number 1. So we are this flower going up there.
Oh, nice. Ready?
Yep. Okay. So, in order to find where I am wanting to go, I usually stick my needle in from the front, work out where it is, and then I'm using existing stitches to just secure my thread so I don't have any knots.
May I just say something?
You may.
If anyone has any questions, please just put them in the comments because I can see them. So it means that I can answer anything, or I can ask Emma to answer any questions you've got. It's absolutely fine.
Okay, now I'm going to just sneak around the table a little bit so I'm at a better angle to show the ladies.
Ooh, that works.
Is that good?
Mm.
So I'm back stitching. So I'm doing less than 1/4 of an inch, probably 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So I come out, I go back, and my needle is always pointing in the direction I'm heading, but my stitches come backwards. Hence it's called back stitch. Now I'm just pulling it tight, pulling it snug. I'm not pulling it tight. If I pull it tight, I will look like I am missing teeth because it will actually pull the fabric into bunches within each stitch. Oh, already I've done it. And you'll see holes between the stitches, and we don't really want to do that. We want nice, even stitching. And this is just to, sit there while you're watching the Olympics.
Olympics? Excuse me.
Sure. And now,
isn't it nearly over?
No, I think we've just had our first wave of athletes return today.
Mm.
So I'm coming to the end of that line and it's going to change direction because I am going to be working across this little bit here. Because it's back stitch, I will just turn the corner and come down the other side of that petal. So I'm going to sneak out on the edge of that petal until I get that previous corner. La la. See, I don't come with hold music.
Oh, sorry. What do you want me to ask you?
Nothing.
Sorry,
what did the lady say?
Oh, sorry. Marcel asks.
Marcel asks.
Hi, ladies. What size needle do you use?
that
That is such a good question.
Well, it depends on the thread you're using. I am using a number 8 pearl cotton, which is this little hashtag number up the top, which is lovely and fine. It's probably the equivalent to maybe 3 strands of stranded cotton, but because it's pearl, it's got that twist in it, and it is very nice to use. And I am using number 5 embroidery needles, which are actually pretty big, so you could probably thread them almost like a dartboard.
May I say hello to Diane Basilins because she's here?
Hello, Diane.
And hello, Ruthie.
Which Ruth?
WA Ruthie's in the building.
In her building.
In her building.
And virtually in ours.
And virtually, and 2 hours behind. It's not good for Ruth when we run morning shows.
She'd be up.
While you're doing that, have
Yes.
I caught you up with everything that's happening with Love and Hugs?
No, what's happening with Love and Hugs?
So, Love and
Because
Hugs...
I did so much last year. Sorry.
Oops. You're quite right.
Oh, don't you hate that when you accidentally unthread your needle? But you know,
So
it's
that's
so
karma
easy.
for laughing. So I haven't told everyone what's going on. Sorry, I've told everyone else last week. I didn't tell you, so in case they missed it. So the Love and Hugs from Australia Facebook page,
Yes.
which has a few members.
Yes.
17 and a half.
But I haven't been on Facebook for so long.
So it's a great group that was founded by the gorgeous Natalie Bird from Birdhouse Designs. And she put a whole group of us together, the 16 of us. I think there's at least 12 of us up until, I think Karen Stars is doing the Christmas one. Someone's doing the first one in December. Oh no, I might have it wrong now. Anyway, someone's doing the December one. I think it's Karen. each of us is hosting the Facebook page for 2 weeks.
Oh, look out.
So in September, I'm the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
It starts on my birthday.
I was just thinking then on school holidays. No, you're before school holidays.
So we start on the 1st, which I think is a Wednesday. But during that time, we'll have I'll do something every day. But think about it. When's the exhibition start? The 14th.
Oh, a bit of a lead in.
It is, because we'll do our live shows, but I wanted everyone to know about it and join. I saw a few of you went and joined last week, and that is fantastic, because there's so much on there. A lot of Italian.
Okay.
Talented Australians on there. But yes, we have
some Italian
members
Australians too,
right throughout Europe, UK, America, Canada, New Zealand, and of course Australia. So it's worth getting on, because there's a lot. You can get in there and download all of those stitcheries that we all did and designed for the group last year. You can see all the quilts that people are making. But I'm really looking forward to doing it. It'd be really good. Thought we could go on location. If I don't know how that works actually. Probably only with my camera, with my phone.
probably.
Then we could do it at the beach. It's an Australian beach. You could do it from the Botanic Gardens.
You are mad. Yeah, but you don't forget, you still have to actually cast this fire, unless you just pre-record it. You could do that.
No. Oh, but these new lights,
They don't plug into the ground.
they have batteries.
Oh,
They have long life
here I was thinking
batteries.
that you were
See, they're
overdoing
in
it.
No, they're not. Oh, sorry, you're stitching.
Yeah, I can stitch and talk. That's what I love about this kind of stitching, as opposed to cross stitch or tapestry, where I have to focus way too much.
I'm going to find the steamer seam.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, come on.
And so I've finished that little pink petal, and I'm securing off my thread, or my tail, just under the back of some previous stitching.
I have to see whose orders I couldn't fill.
And snip, because we don't want too much showing. We want it to be nice and no shadows or anything showing from the front. And now we're going to move on to some stem stitch. And I don't know if you can actually see, but there is just a shadow of a line there, of a vein on that petal, and I'm going to start here in the middle. So I'm going to just secure my thread on the back of my bullion.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Did we have... Oh, there they are. Paper, scissors in here somewhere.
Rock, paper, scissors?
There they are.
I'm coming back to you. I'm just finding my place.
We all need to find our place.
Yes, we do need to find our place. Don't laugh. This is where my sister would say, do you want my glasses?
Do you want my glasses?
No, I don't want your glasses. I'd just like to say I'm the eldest of my siblings,
No.
and the other two have glasses, and I don't wear them yet. But they're really good. Ouch. So stem stitch. I couldn't see my finger. Don't be funny. Stem stitch. I have come up at that point there, or you probably need me to be super, super close.
It
Am I
might.
too
Sometimes
close?
it just... No, it'll just... Sometimes you just got to wait for the camera to
That's
focus.
all right. No, I think I was too far away. And basically, what we're creating looks like a rope, because we are almost going pretty much all the way back to the end of the previous stitch, and always with the thread underneath. And if the thread was consistently over the top, it would be called outline stitch. So we're coming back to the end of the previous stitch. So always the stitches are lying in little angles, finger, across the top of each other. So it looks in the end like a little rope, a little twist. And it's beautifully suited to being done in this lovely fine pearl cotton.
I've just remembered
What have you read?
something really cool.
Okay.
May I interrupt for a minute? Just while you're doing that.
Certainly, yes.
For everyone that had back orders in for square purse frame
Frames,
kits.
yep.
Yep, square. Oh,
square frame purse kits.
Thank you. And on the Never Ever Ever forceps.
Oh, on the Never Never.
And they are in the building. And I've just put the forceps under live 7 on my phone because the photo's not updated yet, but I'm going to go and get them. So if you order if you ordered them and they were on back order, they are in the mail to you. If you haven't, I'll show you what they're going to look like when you get them.
Are they exciting?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I've finished that little vein and I'm securing off my tail. Ouch, that was my finger again. And snip. And there, this particular petal has another vein just up here, but as you can see, or cannot see, that's actually the optimum thing. I did it in the number 1 pen and it's far too fine to see.
I'm starving. Are we eating soon?
Sure. What are you cooking for us, Les?
Well, I couldn't cook because we're at the warehouse.
It's amazing what you can achieve with a microwave
Well,
and a bit of planning.
Well, interestingly enough, how are you going?
Yep.
Look at. No, you don't have to stop. I'm just making sure you.
What are you making sure?
Oh,
What?
that I'm not missing anything.
Oh, okay. Right.
You weren't here because. Why weren't you here? Because we ran
If
it
it was
late in the
last
week.
year?
No, we ran it late in the week.
What did we run late in the week?
High tea with the who's who.
Oh, yes, it was on days when I'm at my other job.
Your other job.
The
So
one
we
that I
did
don't
that.
spend all the money on fabric.
Yeah.
And sewing machines.
So we did that. So I did that here. So it was quite. It was challenging. We didn't have ovens. We had a pie oven to reheat the quiches and things, but I did a lot of things that were not hot and didn't need an oven.
You know, I have this food scientist friend.
Have you?
Yes, and she has educated me in a lot of things that are referred to as shelf stable. So
Just
this
leave yourself wide open
afternoon,
there.
what was that?
Leave yourself wide open there. No, wait, come on. I'm taking the camera back for a minute. Yeah, but shelf stable.
Shelf stable doesn't mean
No.
not needing refrigeration.
Correct. Shelf stable means it will last for a long time on the shelf. So shelf stable means a tin of baked beans,
Yes,
dried noodles,
yes,
bread.
yes.
Even though it's got a short shelf life,
That's right.
it still does not require refrigeration.
Also,
So-
this beastie, which until opened, which I did just before,
The shelf stable.
is shelf stable. Careful because it's got a funny wiggly top.
So you're using this today
Yes.
for afternoon tea.
I am.
I could have bought you the real thing.
I
Robbie's been
know. I
making
just
lemon
finished
curd.
one that you gave me, but
Steve loves this.
the advantage of this one is
Mm.
this is from my Coles, but IGA also carry it in passion fruit curd, which I made recently for a high tea at school.
You can't talk about anything that you can't click and collect or get home delivered at the moment.
IGA, can you do IGA? I don't know.
I don't know if IGA do home delivery.
But they do passion fruit curd in that, and I tell you what, the staff went wild for those
Did
little
they?
tarts with the passion fruit. They had a passion for passion fruit.
Well, there you go. Don't tell Steve, or I'll have to go and buy that too. Right, I've got those ready. I'm going to go and get. I'm going to leave you here.
Am I there or are you there?
What?
There.
No, I'm about to put you on.
Okay.
So when you look at the screen, the top right one is what they can see.
Yes, but I'm not
And then
looking at the screen.
And
I'm
then the
looking
one
at
on the
word.
left is what is loaded.
Right.
Technical term.
Right.
See? There you go. All right. Well, I'll go and get the savoury
Okay.
because you're on sweet.
I am. I'm not sweet enough. Okay, so I've finished a demonstration of. We're blinking and it's tricking me. Stem stitch with the darker red line and back stitch with the softer pink line.
It is flicking at you. That's that stupid. Hang on. I'll wait till I come back.
Okay.
And
Well, I can talk to you about bullion stitches then, or French knots, because bullion stitches are just overgrown French knots. French knots will usually have 1 or 2 wraps. Bullion stitches have multiple wraps. I have done them where they have 24 wraps, and you might be doing something really funky. Usually if you have that many, you will have to couch them as well, which we are going to do.
When?
Sorry?
When are we couching?
We're going to couch our, this is a tricky one, can I show the ladies this? Right in the very middle of this bullion, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because of where the light and the camera is, right in the very middle, in there, is a bullion that's 12 wraps, and it's gone up and down in almost the same spot, so it creates a little loop, but then you lie it down and you couch the other side in place, and so it looks like a little circle. Now usually I will use,
Hi Natasha.
Natasha as in,
Yeah, that one.
that Natasha. Couching! No, I was whipping last week with
You
Natasha.
were whipping with Natasha.
Oh, now ladies, this is if we're starting in the middle of nowhere. Because I don't want to see my securing threads on the back of my work. You can't see my needle there, because I am just picking up the threads from the whisper weft. And I'll usually just do 2 teeny weenies in a row, and you can't see on the front, it's here, where I have actually secured my thread on the back.
I'll fix
Because
that light for you next time.
I am not a knot girl. The only time I knot is when I'm smocking, because it's just the way you want to work. And as it turns out, more often than not, you actually cut off the knot when you block your garment ready to start piecing it. So I'm going to pop my hoop back on again. I am. I really am. Stay. So here's my little bullion demonstration. I've got to come up here a little bit to give you the correct light. So this is the space that I'm going to fill. And first of all, I'm starting with a bullion loop. So I'm coming almost in and out of the same place. You can just see a tiny little bit of the fabric in between the 2 needle points. And because I am right-handed, and I wanted to try this later today but not right now, I wrap clockwise. And I'm wondering if it's one of those things like sharpening a pencil, where lovely left-handed people have had to learn to do that right-handed, because it's instinctive to hold the sharpener and twist the pencil forward. Whereas a left-hander has to hold the sharpener and twist the pencil towards themselves, as opposed to away from themselves. I learnt this from a left-handed. So you must sharpen right-handed then.
I do.
Yes,
But
there you go.
I'm right-handed too.
Oh, I iron all hands. I turn my ironing board around every which way. I don't think my mother has even realised that I do weird things with my ironing board. She'd be disgusted.
We got serviettes in the drawer.
I think down the bottom of the
I'll get
back
you to
of
go
the
when
bottom
you're
drawer.
done.
Now I think you need to be up close to see this.
Oh, not me. You mean the camera. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Usually I would use a milliner's needle, because the length of the shaft and the eye of the needle are one consistent length. But for the purpose of not changing today, I can show you a little trick. So I'm going to do 12 wraps. I'm holding my needle securely, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to slide them down gently. 11, 12. Now they're quite firm and tight on the needle. Because I know they're going to get stuck, I am going to twist my needle anti-clockwise, which will just loosen them that much. And then I've got my, a mosquito, not even a bee's, a mosquito's. I've got my thumb over my wraps, and I'm going to slide, come on, slide my needle through the wraps. And I'm trying to keep it so that you can see the good light. Oh, you're not meant to be down there. This little guy's getting cheeky because you want all of your wraps to be nice and smooth, and then we're gently easing everybody down to the bottom, because the thread that I'm actually pulling on here is going all the way through all of those wraps.
What we might do, I'm just looking at the light there compared to the other camera, which is probably my fault. Do you want to do another one where the girls can't see that? You're up too high.
Too high? Come down, sorry. I'm trying to balance the light and the... Okay. So with my left hand, I'm actually just holding the wraps back, and you can see there I've got the beginning of my little loop. And if I gently give it a tug, it pulls it nice and firm, and I can go back into my work pretty much where we started from, and it creates a little bullion loop.
If you hold that like that.
And it sits up.
What I'll do, so they can see it better, I'll take a photo of it and post it up.
Okay.
After the show.
Can you take a photo of that then, and I'll show the girls how to couch it, because it sticks up like a little pimple, little hill, and then we come into the middle of the loop. And go back down, so it almost becomes like another wrap, but it holds the bullion loop down.
Alright, so I'll get Cass to put up.
I can do another one later too.
Okay, alright. So, can we eat now?
Yes, you should have eaten hours ago.
So we wanted to, the whole theory was that we would do a high tea Tuesday for you, and that would involve us sharing a couple of our recipes each time. And we've got a few. So, but then of course we're in the warehouse today, so we decided we would go with ones that were easy for us to do here. Well, not so much for Em.
That's all right.
But you've
the
done
magic of television.
Here's one I prepared earlier. So the first one I wanted to share was important because they're in season at the moment, which are little Jats potatoes. So you would have seen me sneakily while Em was stitching. I have got these ready to show you. So this is just the simplest little recipe that, no, friends of Mum and Dad's, oh please let that truck not be, no sorry, he's only turning around. Little Jats potatoes. So these I microwaved all on a plate together for about 6 minutes, or you can steam them. Microwave is actually better because if you simmer them and boil them, their skin split. Mm. So what I've done, I've taken each one, and yes, Miss Emma, I washed my hands. I have cut off their little bottoms, and I have scooped out room in the top. Mm. It's the simplest thing, and I'm sure we did these for our high tea. Then in here, I've got light Philly cheese and some chives and a big dollop of horseradish. So you don't have to horseradish.
No, they're great for the cold season.
The other one that I really like is if you do it with a little bit of sweet chili, like sweet chili Philly.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
And puts, you know how you can buy smoked chicken backpacked?
Yes, yes,
smoked
yes.
chicken. I like doing
Thanks,
those.
Beck. She introduced me to that.
You can sour cream instead of cream cheese, but you've got to use full fat. Yeah, it gets runny. So particularly doing them in summer. So I've just smooshed all that around, and we're going to put this in here.
And something green is in there as well.
Chives.
Thank you.
Hey Cass, if you're still around, hey Cass, she might be on the school run now.
3:05.
Could be on the school run. No, I think the kids are at home actually.
They would be.
Yeah, they would be. So, I don't know if Cass has put up the creamy chive chicken yet. Not sure.
Creamy chive chicken.
Creamy chive chicken went up. Healthy quilters. Yeah. Section of Quilter's Life yesterday or today. That's because you need chives in your life, don't you, Emma? There's really no excuse not to have a little pot of chives in the garden. If you really love your onion, you can do these with the green bits off your spring onions.
That makes sense.
I have to watch. Rob keeps weeding
Weeding out your chives?
the grass, yeah, what it looks like the grass out of the bottom of my kaffir lime tree, but they're actually my garlic chives.
Oh.
Okay, so they're all topped up. Then, so your choices of what you put on top is that you can go smoked chicken. You can go, look, if you wanted to, if you want the fellas that don't like fancy schmancy stuff, you can go barbecue chicken. If you really want to look, oh, hello, at Christmas, the best thing to use, little jars of black and red caviar.
Oh, excuse me.
What else can you do? If you have some people that would prefer not to eat meat, aka vegetarians, avocado, smashed avo on top. You're not my problem with smoked fish, are you? Who is?
Not me.
It's not you.
It's not the king.
No, it's not It's not Leesa either. Okay, so you can just load them all up like that.
They look yum.
Does it look flash?
So have you got dinner done for tonight now?
Tonight in our house,
Just with a little bit of slow gin on the
I
side.
was planning on inhaling these now, actually.
You probably need to.
Now, Emmy, if you so you take them to the table. Oh, wait, let me just put these on. So I bought extra chives, and if you weren't all watching, I would place them meticulously with my food, tweezers, a la MasterChef. And then you've got to garnish, don't you?
You do always have to
Lemons,
garnish.
we wait all year. Now, if you really want to go all out and give it a real zing, I have cut down
Some wedges?
yeah, some little wedges of lemon. Entirely up to you, darling. Oh, and probably not enough. There you go. One short. How's that?
Oh well.
And then when you take it to the
Let me see if
table,
I can find you some serviette.
you've got to make it very. Oh, she's gone now.
Oh, sorry.
No, you've got to make it look very good. So when you take it to the table,
I'm back.
not the cutting board, you just go pepper.
Oh, of course.
You do pepper.
Right.
Like
Thank
that.
you. That's plenty. Thank you.
Is that plenty?
Yes.
It always worries me when they come to the table and go pepper when you have pasta or anything. I am not putting this person who in charge of whether my meal ends up with too much pepper or not. I need to take the big grinder off them and do it myself. Can't help it. Can't help it. Alright, so you've got serviettes. This
Here you
means
go.
we're
See
going
what you've
to.
just
I have
done there.
never eaten on camera. But
You're not going to start today, are you?
I swim. Let me just
You can
go.
eat off
There you
camera.
go. There you go. They're sliding. How easy was that? They're
Good
super,
save.
super easy. But really, they're good for leftovers as well.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Christmas.
So that's your
That's
your
it.
carb load.
That's your cut. Yeah, okay, that's my carb for the day. When am I going to... I need to eat this.
You do.
Do you want to do yours?
I was just about to say, would you like me to would you like me
I
to
would
show
love
the
you
ladies?
to do the sweet
Oh.
suggestion for the
I was
day.
going to say, may I do my next wrap, because the outer petal, my next bullion, the outer petals of, can you cut to me?
Yeah, but I'm not sure the light's that good. Hang on. Might be a bit better now.
Okay, so in the middle is the little loop that we worked, and then wrapped around that I have 5, so that was 12 wraps, and then each of these 5 petals, which are longer, they curve, they are 8 wraps. So I have come out here, back in here, and coming out right next door to where I came out the first time, and I'm wrapping 8 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide the wraps down the needle. Give it a little turn anti-clockwise because I don't have a milliner's needle, and slide the needle through. Oh, and this one's playing much nicer. You can see my wraps hiding under my thumb there. And then I'm going to slide them down with my thumbnail and lay down. There we go. Lay down my petal, and I've left a little gap over here because that's where I will tuck in my 5th petal. So I'll start the next one over here, and they'll all just spiral around, and the 5th one will tuck back in there when I'm finished.
No, I got my mouth
No,
full.
that's all right. Because I'm going to pop my needle, park my needle at the end of my
I'm nearly there.
bullion. That's all right, because I can start on. And I would come back, here we go, about a third of the way along my bullion, making myself ready to start my next one, which will finish in close, coming out there. So the longer your bullions are, the more curved they will be. So you can, if you want them to stand up and couch them down to make an S or a snake or something like that, you need to make them long and then lay them down in place and couch them in place. Or if you're curving them, you need more than you need for a straight stitch.
I'm going to head on. Oh, we just looked at the time.
Okay. Do you want me to do a really fast this?
I'll show the girls this first.
Okay.
And then, present.
Oh, thanks.
Look, there's only...
Hang on. Can I have... Oh, good.
All right. I want to do this while I remember too. Which is, last week we had specials on this bag, and as I said, sold through one box, and I went to the second box to get the handles out, and the box had been labelled wrong. It actually had black handles in it, not brown. So we ran out. Now I think I've got 3 of you that were after one of these kits, so I'm going to ring you and talk to you personally about yours. And you're wondering, I wonder if it's me or not. It's definitely Therese. I can't remember the other 2, but I will give you a call. But that means that there's an extra box of black. So what I've done is I've done the same deal. If you go into... No, I haven't set it up properly. I've got to go back and do it. Give me 5 minutes. I need to go in there and fix it up. I haven't changed the price. It'll be $22. You get the handles and fabric in black. So give me 5 minutes and I'll go and fix that up. But the 2 fabrics that I'm doing with that pack, because I thought we'd do one in this. Pretty. And then we're going to do the Hampton stripe for the lining. So the girls get all the fabric and the handles for $22 to make that bag, which is this bag. So you're going to have black handles, this on the outside, and the lining. All right, so I'm going to do that while you talk about...
That's a good deal. That's 1.2 metres of fabric and handles.
I know. Don't tell well.
Shh. We were never here.
There's so much happening out in the warehouse to get ready for the exhibition at the moment. Have you all read your newsletter? Newsletter went out?
I did.
Good. A newsletter went out. It's got lots of stuff in there about the show.
It's long. It keeps going. You need a cup of tea.
Just the newsletter that just keeps on giving.
It is. Lots of information.
I'm going to stop picking my teeth and get off camera for a minute, and I'll let you go.
Okay, would you like me to do the takes 4 minutes
Yes,
recipe?
please. I'll go fix this up.
Okay. Do you wish me to be on this little camera? You probably don't.
No, go front. Oh, I still need to operate the switcher. Okay, go there.
Oh, I can be right here.
Can you be right there?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just go fix this.
Sorry, ladies. Lisa's used to talking to the camera. I, on the other hand, am not. This is my vintage, I think it was my mother-in-law's little patty pan tray.
Aww.
It's not a muffin tray. It's got rounded bottoms. And it forever was the bane of my life trying to make cupcakes because they're not flat. Anyhow, it's fantastic for making little lemon curd cups. You take your butternut snap bickies. Where am I? I'm here. So just your generic butternut snap bickies. Put them on the tray. Put the tray in the oven for 3 minutes on 180. And I mean 3 minutes. We are really good at multitasking until we forget that 3 minutes is up, and we're doing the dishes because we're doing this because the oven's already on because we're so clever, and something starts to smell not quite right, and you run to the oven and damn it, they're too far gone. After 3 minutes in the oven, and I swear by my kitchen timer as opposed to my phone timer because you have to unlock your phone to turn it on. Kitchen timer, great thing. Also a reminder when you're sewing and cooking at the same time. So they come out of the oven in 3 minutes and they're soft. Very carefully with the back of a soup spoon, just push them in to the mould, and because these are so hot, and they come out and they are little cups as opposed to a flat biscuit. Can we see the difference there? Yes, we can.
Do you want a close up?
No, I'm good. I think the girls are good too. Now, these are best made the day before you're going to use them.
So they are ginger nuts?
They're butternut snaps, not ginger
snaps.
nuts. Ginger nuts hard.
Anzac cookies?
Too soft. Butternut snaps. Just go the butternut snap.
Yes, boss.
I had a teaspoon. I did. Here they are. And so we have our lemon curd that we bought from the supermarket, or we got from our friend, or we made ourselves.
I didn't make it, Rob did.
Oh, you didn't tell me that when you left it
He's
with
a
me.
Thermomix man now.
Oh. And so you get your lemon curd, and you need to actually see what I'm doing. And a nice dollop, good dollop, I'm going to need that into each little cup after the biscuits have cooled, which doesn't take very long. So I use my 2 tins in rotation. It takes about 3 minutes to push 12 bickies into cups while the next 12 are heating up. Then you've got your little curd, lemon curd. And Leesa, you've got dessert for tonight at your house as well. Because these are not going home to my house.
Why not? Rob will eat all of them.
Oh, that's all right. No, he won't, because he'll say, oh, this isn't homemade lemon curd.
He'll eat all them.
Okay. Now, the best thing is if you do make them the day before and you use those really big, great for patchwork, I think it's about a 12-inch square decor box.
Mm.
And you pop them, because it's nice and shallow, you pop the decor box with the lid on, with these inside, in the fridge overnight. Because right now these are really crunchy and messy to eat.
Right.
By tomorrow, they are not soft and fall apart in your hand. They are just right for eating. So don't panic. Yes, miss. Sorry. Yes, Leesa.
Do you put anything else on top?
I don't. They
Does
just
anyone
go
else?
like that. You could put a little wedge of lemon on if you wanted to garnish.
What about toasted coconut? Shredded?
Coconut's a rude word in my house, remember?
Was in a rude my Dad's house as well, but
I didn't know that.
yeah, Dad can't do coconut either.
Oh, there you go.
It's a late in life thing. It's not always been
Oh
that
no,
way.
it's always been my mum's.
So you make
Now
your
this is no
Anzac
longer
cookies.
shelf stable.
You make your Anzac cookies with
Almond
almond meal instead of coconut.
Yep, so they're Mzacs, not Anzacs. Mum renamed them because she'll only eat mine. So
Okay.
there you go. There's your 4-minute little dainty little.
And I can't
high
eat them
tea
because
thing.
they're not ready, so I will be good.
Okay.
In
I'll
case
put them in the
Margaret's
fridge.
watching. If Margaret's watching.
Okay, I'll put them in the fridge and you can take them home to Mr. Rob.
That's nice. Can you put my car keys in the fridge then so I don't forget them?
Where are you? I'll put your bag on the fridge. Is that all right?
All right, yeah, that's fine. Do you do that? You leave the car
Often.
keys in the fridge so you can't drive away. The only thing is then I lock all the warehouse up and I get in the car and I'm ready to go and the car goes beep, beep, beep because there's no car keys in my bag.
You know what else is a really good trick? Putting a little carabiner on your keys and
What's a
attaching
carabiner?
a little, your son would know, it's a little
Oh, yeah, yeah.
thing to hook your keys onto the cables for your laptop so you don't go home without them.
Awesome.
Or you could use one of your whiz bang beautiful
What are the wrong
key
camera?
rings.
That is true. Oh, we have the afternoon sun adding to our... That's not very good. I'll go to the other camera. There we go. If Miss Kate was here, she'd kill me for that. There you go. Now, I just wanted to show you these. These have just arrived. We now are going to have... You're right there, Kui-san.
Things are jumping out of the fridge.
We're going to have grey buckles. They have literally just arrived yesterday. So these are going to go up in that pack with the magnetic buckle tote pattern in with them, like we do have all of our other ones. They do look slightly different. And if Natasha's girls are watching from the UK, yes, Natasha has them as well. I think she's already had hers on, but ours have just arrived. Ours came direct from the supply in Asia, which there were some monsoons and all sorts of things happening. But anyway, you can look how perfect that matches. So I will get those. I'll get those up on the website for you as quick as I can, and I'll pop them in the newsletter. And the other thing too, just before I go on, just in case the girls need to run off and they're going to come back later.
This was the faucet you were talking about. I think I need new ones.
Steve was mighty impressed. Oh, look, I don't know how, the other camera's now in the sun.
Oh.
Can you see those? They are rainbow.
Can I give you the comparison so girls can see how delicious they are?
So again, these have literally just arrived. We've got 2 different sizes. I've got these ones, which are the ones that we've got on.
Boring? Beautiful.
Psychedelic. So these are $10 a pair. I've put live 7 on them. There are more coming. We've got ones as well that have got, they're longer and they've got a slight curve on them. They're going to be really good for doing a few more things that we've got coming up. So, but they are the new. So yummy, 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 yummy. They go with all our ombre.
They go with
fabrics.
high tea. All the delicious things.
All the delicious things. Who would not want to have a pair of those in there? Look at them with the. I'm sorry, but you have to understand the amount of. Look at them with the purple.
Oh, nice.
It's sort of fun to say, oh, and these have just arrived. The amount of work and research and effort to find something new and get it supplied is, it's big. It's big. So that's really exciting. We've got those. Now, what I'm going to do is take the same pattern that Emma's got and just run through a couple of little different techniques to use it to go into the pockets on the 6-sided bag that I'm doing. I don't know if I can do anything about that sun. I might have to take your side. Can we swap? Please?
Sure.
Thank you. So, the first thing that I want to
take
do...
these out of the way.
Yeah, just leave me one though, because I need to show the girls. Just leave me that one. I'm going to turn this round, and then we're going to do that. And you can see. So this is one of my pockets here. Now, you would have seen me on the side just doing some drawing up and some tracing of some of the flowers off the design while Em was stitching. And a lot of you have asked me about, actually, can I give you that to put on the ombre wherever it is? Where'd the ombre end up? Oh, there. Thanks, Em. Onto that for me. Thanks.
Particular place?
Go light.
Right.
So I'm going to do it in 3 different ways onto my 3 different pockets. So Emma's just putting some steamer seam onto the back of a gorgeous ombre that we've got to go with our purple flowering gum. And then we're also going to do one, so that'll be blanket stitch. Now Barb was asking me the other day, I'm pretty sure it was Barb, about blanket stitch and different things to do around your shapes, because she's working on Waratah Welcome. I did promise to do a whole thing for Barbara, and I'm not sure that this is going to cut it for her, but we might need to come back and do it again. So Barb had lined up all of her pieces, and she didn't leave that little gap underneath. You know how you need to do that sometimes? You need to have your little tabs. So where you've got one that sits underneath another, when you're actually cutting out your individual pieces, you need to leave that little seam allowance. Can you see that there? Leave that little seam allowance, add a little extra tab so it sits underneath the other petals, and you can blanket stitch or treble stitch whatever you want around. Now Barbara's actually done all of her pieces without that, and she's very, very cleverly abutted them up against each other. But what she will now need to do is actually come back and do a blanket stitch down that side and a blanket stitch down the other side to secure them on. So I'm going to do a little bit of blanket stitch. But first of all, I wanted to show you an alternative if you are not a hand stitcher. I'm so sorry, Emma, but no offense, mate, but not everyone wants to hand stitch. So the first little shortcut that I'm going to take is I'm going to trace on just one of the flowers on there, and as you can see, I've done it right around the outside. It doesn't actually include the petals, but if I'm going to do this in triple stitch, I can actually come through and draw on. I think you can just, my goodness, there you go, you can just pick it up. You have to get, sorry girls, I'm going to get used to these lights, but I've actually just traced on the divisions in the petals instead of, see that, Em, see how hard it is to see sometimes?
Yep.
I'm going to hold it back. I've actually just drawn on all of the divisions instead of doing the individual petals. So that one we're going to do with triple stitch. Then can I give you this again?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just cut this off. So which end are you up? That end. So shall we have the polyfuse one down the other end, please?
Oh, we're not doing individual petals.
No, we're not.
So we would like it to be down here.
Yeah, if you can fit it down there. No, I need seam allowance. So you're going to have to...
It's probably too stingy.
Probably too
I
stingy.
was just
That's all right.
cutting it.
So this one has been popped on. This has got steamer seam on the back, or you might know it as Liza Fix. So again, this one is paper backed. So this one we're going to do with a raw edge, like Barb's doing Waratah Welcome, with all the little different pieces. You've got lots and lots of pieces going on. So we'll just cut this one out right on the raw edge. I did look today for a batik, because the batiks I know we've spoken about are really, really good to use for raw edge work. Who was I having that conversation with? Oh, Natasha. They're really good for raw edge work because they are tight and they don't fray. So always stop and have a think about
how you get back to your other side of the room?
No. Think about the fabrics you're going to invest in and you're going to use. If you're doing raw edge, make sure they're good. Make sure they're really, really good. So this one now is ready to go, and I will just peel this one off.
I'm back.
You're back. I might need your nails. Oh no, I'm good.
Scratch it with a pin.
There we go. I think I said to you, steamer seam's really good. If you want some, just email us. It's not on the website at the moment. Lots of things are not that will be. That's all I'm saying.
When we go to the new
Because
website.
the new website system for postage is based on weight, not volume. So it's going to just be so much better. Have you played with these yet?
No.
This, Emma, is a tri-colour chalk pencil.
It's a new toy that I need.
Toy, yes. That's
I'll
going
be
to be
back
on the
in just a moment.
That's Louise Atkinson, isn't it?
Yep. I might even do a click and collect in the driveway. You don't need to leave your calendar.
So if you've seen your newsletter, you will see that we have switched over. So I'm going to get Emma to iron that on there for me, ready for blanket stitch. We've switched over to Wednesdays to Saturdays now, so that Emma and I've got time to design and sew and do the live shows as well. So that's 2 done. I've got one more, Em. There it is. Is that Lou?
Yes.
What's wrong? Emma, she's
Nothing.
not gonna. You can't whisper stuff off camera. Here, I'll do it. Thanks. Because
they're my scissors.
Because I need you to take this one.
Oh, you'd like me to do something else for you. Put it on there.
Yes, thanks.
May I slide it down just a smidgen because you need some seam allowance,
Sure.
which you may not have factored in.
I may not have factored in. Okay.
See?
So this one's got the polyfuse. So if you remember, we've spoken a lot about polyfuse, and I'm very, very happy a lot of you have been buying it. So this is your polyfuse. This is the one that you can leave in. It is water soluble, it is acid free. So this is going to get left in your work, and it will just break down over time, with movement, with washing. Just makes life easy. But I'm very impressed that you all have embraced this. I think a lot of the packs that have been bought are the Applique Club girls because they got it in their packs. You've got more coming now.
So we're pre-shaping over polyfuse.
We're pre-shaping like
and
Maria
then
over
it
polyfuse.
stays in there,
Yep.
but it disappears, breaks down. Break it down.
You can go really teeny weeny small. Where's that elusive pack again? Over here
That one?
somewhere.
No?
The one that's got my stuff in it for the Applique sample.
The one that decided to go MIA before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it
I know what I'm looking for. Let me just...
it could be amongst that
Here it
rubble.
is. This pack?
Yeah. I just brought. So what happened? You know how you make teeny weeny things and then they just vanish?
Yeah.
So I ended. Let's just say I ended up with 2 sets.
Oh no, that was because the greens were wrong with something else. You ended up with 2 sets.
Yeah. So I'm going to snip these because Emma knows how to do this with her eyes shut as well. But I wanted to show you just quickly how teeny weeny you can get. So if you're in the club, you're going to be having a heart attack about now, but you'll be fine. So look how small these pieces are. Stem. Look how small they are. And these are all pre-shaped onto the polyfuse. These are so narrow that you actually stick down one side and then you put another layer of glue down to stick the other side because they're so small.
They overlap.
Yeah. But I want my girls to have a go. I really do. And you don't need much to have a go. And of course then the other thing is if they don't like that, they have been empowered with stitchery and all sorts of things.
So for me who hates paper piecing.
You wash your mouth out.
No, I embroider. You go smock.
I hate smocking.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
No, I don't know that I hate smocking. I haven't had a go. Alright, I'm going to start snipping this, and then I'm going to hand it to you.
But for me that doesn't like to paper piece, I can pre-shape over papers like this and then fold the edges down, stick them down and applique them on.
Yep. Got it.
That's me and my Raja Revisited that I have been doing.
We're swapping seats.
Again!
Again.
Would you like a sewing machine with that?
That is why we're swapping seats.
Would you like me to pick it up for you?
That would look. That is just what friends are for. See all these shapes on this now. We could go back and polyfuse.
Way too much fun. Hey, you've got grey buckles.
You're in the kitchen. You missed the whole thing. You're always in the kitchen at a party. I know.
True.
Look.
You've been there. You've been at the parties.
But you saw the forceps.
Now you want me to disappear my
What?
box of tricks over here.
Well, only because we're going to.
Sun's gone.
That's the one for the one you're doing. And I'm going to do this one first with the triple stitch.
And there's one over behind or in front of the machine from this side, which you're going to blanket stitch.
So should we talk about what we're going to do next time really professionally and organised or not?
Don't give the girls delusions of grandeur.
I don't know. I just thought today I'd be a little bit more professional because you were here, really.
Where's my shtick?
She lost your stick.
I'd like an orange stick for sticking it down. Picking it up and sticking it
Did
down.
you have it?
I haven't had it. But I thought it was here before. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't lose this one.
It's such a little thing.
It is.
Let's turn it on. This one was new out of the box this morning.
It was. I just put the little piece. There it is. Next to your phone.
Sorry, boss.
Thieving booger.
This is so new. Look, he's still got his big tag on. Oh, I love that noise. Can I have the sound rector? He's got his swing tag.
Or is this another one of the ones that was assembled in Switzerland?
Switzerland.
So.
And it was Montien.
Oh.
Ew. Montien assembled this machine.
Now you like just a fine line?
It's amazing the things you find on your sewing table, like the cracked pepper grinder.
That's cracked it.
Are those bickies soft enough yet?
No.
Lisa King, we are okay together, but we'd be even better if there were 3 of us.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. She'll never visit on it. No, you have to visit on a Tuesday because someone's birthday's on a Tuesday.
Really?
Yep. I'm just trying to
I
set
wonder.
this up. Okay, so seriously, if you want to do some stitchery work and you want the look of a good stitchery, but you don't want to sit and actually do it by hand, I totally understand that. And even if it's
You asked for it.
even if you machine blanket stitch on where the stamens and the embellishment is, that you want something that's going to work there, most of you will have a triple stitch on your machine. If not, you're just going to go back and forth a few times over the same spot. But if you've got a B for Benina, most of them I think are about a number 6, and they're in the first part of your menu with your straight stitch, with your zigzag stitch, with a little hemming stitch as well. They're all in that first section. You can't name it yet. All right, what have you named it?
You just called it before.
What?
It's B.
Is it B?
Yeah.
As in your Miss B?
As in
Queen B?
Oh, look.
I'm a dragonfly today.
And I'm a bee today.
This is here to remind me.
Oh, there you go.
For everyone that went and bought the dragonfly fabric, I promised you when we did the first Polyfuse demo, the diagram for the dragonfly on the Imperial handbag. If you've got yours and you didn't get it in there, please email me at info@chandlerscottage.com, which you can just do by email or you can do it through the website, because I may have missed you. It's just, we've had a lot of changeovers.
Someone's crying.
Who's crying?
I just saw a little teary face come
Oh
up the screen.
no, a teary face. Was it an angry face or a
No,
teary face?
it had a tear. It was sad. Oh, you tricker. You only did one one petal.
Janine said she tried to buy orange sticks at the chemist and the young girl had no idea.
Supermarket, I think, now too.
Yeah. Carol Newton, did you see that? She hasn't got her newsletter. Can you please have a look? Don't know, Carol, but we will find it for you. Oh, this is awkward. I need to do a Natasha. Did you hear that beep? That was Mr. Benina saying
You haven't got your foot down because you're used to sewing on a 5
7.
or a 7.
Well, no, I've been actually Marie Evans popped in with her 720 on Saturday.
Oh, that's what I thought.
And we had a play, which was great. It was really good fun. And then a few people popped in. There were other 7 people that popped in on the day.
My eyes are starting to sting.
Oh, were they?
Getting over lighted.
Yeah. There we go. And I kept going to put the little lever down.
Oh, of course. No, you were just waving.
Because I'd been playing on this one
Yes.
at home. All right, so triple stitch is going to give you... The girls can't see my machine. I've got the wrong one on. Sorry. I'll see all the messages now on 5-second delay going, I can't see a thing. There you go.
Oh, what were you looking at?
The other side of the room.
Oh.
Huh. Okay, speed up. So a triple stitch is really nice, and it just, particularly when you start going around corners. Now, a little bit like Em, if you were doing stem stitch, oh, this new baby has got no customized commands yet going on, I need to tell him. You may need to shorten off if you're doing tight corners, yeah?
Yes.
So I'm going to take it down so that when we go around a little corner, but it does look, I know what you're going to say, but it does look quite fancy. So I might leave it short. Have a good play. If you decide to have a play with this shape and you get it in the mail and this, just have a little trial run first.
I feel like I've got a door bitch clicker. I'm just counting all the customers.
Okay. So I'll just do a couple of these little stamens. Now I kind of guessed this one. I made it up. Then I'm going to come down right next to the first one, so it's extra thick. We'll do another one.
It's a nice quiet machine.
Gorgeous machine. Okay, come up, and then I can just show the girls up close. So you can just see there, see how it's actually really well defined, and that's the first one on there. So I love what Emma does, really I do, Em. Love you lots of time.
Yeah. It's all talk.
But if you may not be able to.
True, your hands mightn't do it anymore.
Your hands might be able to do it, and I hope Ruth Bear doesn't mind me speaking about her, but Ruth is one of our gorgeous girls that had got to the point with her hands where she just couldn't do handwork anymore.
And we don't want to be uncomfortable, we want to do it for pleasure.
And the other thing that a lot of people I don't think realise, and I love my Pocket Rocket 475, and this is light and it's mobile, I can take it with me, and if you're used to a small machine it's fine. But the 7s and the 5s have got the hover foot, so you don't have this, and it automatically puts a foot up and down. That's one of the reasons Ruth bought one, because you just don't realise the arthritic impact and stuff on your wrists of doing that all the time.
The repetitive nature of it.
Yes. All right, so this one is, this one is Steamer Seam of Liza Fix. So we've used the paper backed adhesive to pop this one on. So this is just another method that you can use hold on, I'll stick that back there. So we'll switch to a blanket stitch. Again, if you've got a Benina, you're on a 1325 or a 1305. You're supposed to be impressed I can do that now.
Yeah, and you're going to expect me to do it next month.
I am. There'll be a quiz.
Do I win a prize?
Yeah, so I was telling everyone...
Sorry.
Well, Ruth is watching. Hello, Judy. Judy Rogers is here too. See, I don't know if people realise we can see who's watching. What does Donna say? Donna says she's tried hand applique and embroidery. Even took a class, but I'm too critical of myself.
Practice. No one was a master when they started.
She's bought a good embroidery and quilting machine, so instead she's going to use that. All right. So with your blanket stitch again, do a little test run first. You might find that the default setting on your machine is too big for the fineness and the detail of your piece. So I've turned mine right down. If you are on a Benina, I've dropped to 1.5 length and 1.5 wide, just to see.
And for girls who aren't on Beninas, or who are just on any kind of different machine, all machines blanket stitch in a different sequence, so it's a good idea to learn how your machine blanket stitch sequence runs.
Also, particularly for getting to corners.
Yep.
And you
Where you want to pivot.
Always pivot. Well, with the Beninas, you always pivot on the outside edge.
Yep.
Now, Leesa, I did not stop and think about this. I really should have changed threads for you so that you could see it, but the other great thing is if you do a little blanket stitch,
you can't see it.
In a matching thread, you can't see it. And Ruth, when you're doing this, do the Ruthie. I don't think Deb's here.
Deb Burr.
No, Deb Rumble's here.
Okay.
What was I going to say? I've lost it now. It's gone. It's gone. I forgot.
Corners. No, you did corners.
Did corners. Don't know. I need one of those biscuits and, the sugar content with...
Hey!
What?
Oh, you know why you're on a go slow?
Why?
It's way after 3 coffee.
Oh, it's 3 coffee time.
Way after.
Yes, so Barb Lawrence is here. So Barb, I've got to... There's a few people I've got to do things for.
You just keep seeing your names pop up, do you?
Oh, I think Donna's okay with her square purse frame now. I'll check in with her later. because those frames have just got here, I haven't been able to do the sample in the teal and the brown yet. Donna was just having trouble getting her frame in, but I think she's okay now.
Okay.
She was trying to whip over instead of backstitch.
Yep.
All right, that'll do us. I could just keep going.
We get the general idea.
Got the general idea. If I hold that up for you, you can barely see
Where
my
it's stitched
stitching.
down. But
So
if you flip it over, the girls will be able to see from the back that there is
it's all
stitching there.
Oh, and I didn't mention the obvious. I'm so sorry. We've got a lightweight tearaway on the back. You've got a couple of options with that you can do as well. So if you are happy for it to be kind of quilting a little bit at the same time that you're stitching down, then you could use see, Carol's technology. She's under control with her purse. Just texted me.
Beautiful.
How's that? You could use lightweight pellin on the back, yes?
Yes, and you'd get a bit of boof.
Bit of boof. We've got a new roller 630 at the back too, FYI.
Oh, thank you very much.
Pellin. Adhesive pellin on the back. You could use violin on the back. So you could actually stabilise and be stitching and buffing out. At the same
Applique quilting.
time. Applique quilting.
Someone already put a trademark
I'm
on
going to
that.
finish that one. I kind of like this. I do like this. How are you going?
He's got some bug-eat bit.
Would he pass the Maria Waters test?
Yep.
Have you all been off and done what I told you? I told them all to go off and Google a Renaissance revival.
Oh, hello.
Quilt. So they all go, wow.
And did they spill some coffee on
I
it?
don't know yet. No one's gone, what on earth? I think you can pass them. I'll let you off.
Okay, thanks. It's very generous of you.
So Emma has done the polyfuse method today that we did last week on the show and probably the week before because we were all a bit excited about the polyfuse. Between polyfuse and Epiplex paper.
Did you have a bit of Peter Piper picking pickled peppers? I missed the peck of pickled peppers.
I don't know. Danny's like, what are you doing with all the... Because I just go, I'll have another 1,000, I'll have another 1,000. And then I order new ones and she goes, what's this for? I said, I don't know until you get them here. I'll make it up when they get here. I keep on coming up with new shapes. So Emma's shape that overlap we did last week. So this is the polyfuse. It will iron on for you. And then you cut, you clip, and you stick it down with a glue gun. So have a look at last week's show.
Not a glue gun, a glue pen.
A glue pen. Oh, that's right. I'm not allowed to use glue guns. It's I'm banned.
That's a good way to burn your fingers.
It's a state ban on me. So you're going to glue all of these down. So we've done lots of that, so please have a look back, or if you're in the club as well, there's stuff for you there too, the Applique Club.
Yes.
Last month, and in a Quilter's Life, which I'll show girls in a minute again. So that one is done. Now, how are we going to put this one on? Well, the other Maria method.
Da, da, da.
Do you want to do the glue?
You're telling me what to do.
Can you please glue stick that onto the
all the way around
to the pocket? Yes, please. Why would we waste time? It's so pretty. If you've got your glue pens and you freaked out when you first got them, I think they're in the happy section because they're blue.
Oh no, they're just like
they just go clear.
The glue sticks that you use at school.
They go clear.
Goes on blue, dries clear.
Correct.
Can I put him down that way?
Do you know what happens?
Or do you want him over the other way like a star?
After a certain amount of time, my computer shuts down all the Facebook. We're still live, but it's not on there anymore. It's just on my phone.
Right.
I know how to fix that. Thanks. It looks really weird like this.
It does
doesn't
look
it?
like
It looks like
star
something
crashed.
from Rompus Room. All right. So this time round, now what Maria taught us is just. Can you cross your fingers so I don't forget something? Thank you. Because this doesn't work, does it? It's when you cross your own fingers. What Maria taught us was that you could also use, instead of a blanket stitch, because this is already pre-shaped, something that's not as substantial, thank you. So she uses a
hemming stitch.
Yeah.
Blind hemming stitch, beg your pardon.
But that goes the other. Hang on, I'm going to have that one. There's a number 9 because I want it to go. No. I'm thinking about it. Wait. I'm thinking about it. I think a number 9 is the one she uses. So this. Have a look. Have a look at that.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that straight stitches between or
Yeah,
zigzags?
that's
Yep.
straight stitch in between.
Yep.
Excuse me, sorry. So it goes down, it does a little down. So
That is a
about
hemming stitch.
three straight,
Yes.
and then a little in and out.
Sorry. 3 states into Canberra, out again. Couldn't help myself. Can you write
You're
something on there?
So
Because you were crossing my fingers.
rude. Oh, embroidery module class with Nathan Hammond.
Okay.
Come to that in a minute.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to pop this one underneath. I just want to do a little bit so I can quickly show you this as well. This is as well, you see the foot?
Number 23.
And number 23. Oh my goodness. Then the hands are in the air. She's won the World Cup. She's remembered what it is. So number 23, beautiful big foot base.
Oh, it is a nice wide footprint.
Oh, what did I do? Hang on. Oh no, I did this the other week to Christine's machine. Hang on. Did you need to show the girls anything really quickly? Just while I get the thread out.
I can go to,
You want your camera or your own?
would you like me to have my camera and I'll sneak
What
around
did I
here
do?
again. I have just,
Oh, that's operator error because I was talking too much.
may I have this camera?
You may have your
Oh,
camera.
is it my camera?
It's your
Have
camera.
I got too much stuff on the table below it?
No, but you're learning.
So I have now got 2 lots of petals, and I'm coming back and I am going to put, no, that's my third, anchoring off, coming up for my third, and I'm wrapping it up back a third of the way, and coming out right near where it starts, and we're working with sunlight and bright light, so you never quite know which light I'm showing you the best lighting.
Mental note.
Shut the curtains that we don't have.
Yeah, shut the
8
curtains that we
wraps.
don't have.
1, 2, 3.
We can.
Whoops, they fell off.
We can put a quilt up. Em, you know what's really good about your banana? When you get a bit of
I
thread
can
stuck in
change
it.
between my walking foot and my 37 foot without having to have a screwdriver.
Yeah, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say was the great thing about your banana is that they're really easy to get into.
Oh,
to
into
get
the
any
race
thread out
underneath.
and to clean and all that, yeah.
No screwdriver required again.
Nope. Nope, nada.
So there's my wrap number 3. My number 3 petal. I'll get my words in the right order in a minute. But we do need that 3 a coffee.
We'll get that right for next week.
Okay.
Because we're
Oh,
using
sit
rotary
down.
cutters next week, so we
Oh,
better get it
yes.
right.
So there's number 2. Ooh, come right up close and get you the right light. So you can see number 3. Petal.
Petal?
Hello, Petal. You ready to take the limelight again?
Just a minute.
And
Just about.
I've only got this much thread left. Don't cut yourselves short, girls. Don't have a fight. Take it to the back, end it off, thread a new one, start again, because you'll have all 8 wraps around there and you'll be trying to slide the needle through. It'll come unthreaded and they'll be just swearing, and we don't need the trauma. This is for relaxation and pleasure.
So what music do you play?
Me? I don't. Audio books from the library.
Oh.
And it's fantastic because you get stuck in this little vortex. Oh, I'll just cut out another, so many more. Oh, well, I'm near the end of the chapter, so I'll just listen a little bit more. And so it's this perpetual thing of I'm not quite at the end of either at any stage.
I've done a little
Would you
bit
like
of
the
this.
camera back?
Yeah, I'd love your camera hogger. I don't know if you can even see it. I've started doing this. Now as I said, this is the number 9. I'm going to go back and have with the number 3 stitch as well. I am being a little bit selfish. I'm not going to go too far because I really want to get this bag made up. So I don't want to do too much because I'll have to unpick it later. But it is literally, I'll draw what it is so you can see it better because you just can't see a thing on there. I'll draw it up for you just on a piece of paper so that you can see what it is. But it is blind or hem stitch?
Blind hem stitch, yeah.
Blind hem stitch.
You.
And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, a lot of you will have a blind hem stitch foot that comes with your machine. So you can have
for all those times when you have to take up a school uniform the day of school. Fantastic.
Can't say I've been there. I never had that opportunity.
No,
I was taking hems down and literally just getting the...
Yeah, but I had girls who wanted shorter dresses.
Oh, yeah. But no, I had boys that they would just grow so fast in expensive wool trousers that I'd be down to the 5mm bias adhesive tape for the hem around the bottom.
Just so you had something to turn under.
I only had to turn that much over, but then I remember Phil, it might have been Steve, Phil, I'm sure it was Phil, because Steve would wear sports uniform every chance he got, still does, live in shorts year round, but Phil would make me put in a fake row of stitching purely so it looked like there was a substantial hem there on the bottom of the pants. So it looked like the real deal. There we go. So what this one is that I'm doing at the moment, if that is that's the edge of the petal, then the stitch that I'm using, which Maria showed us, I keep giving her credit and quite right. She's expecting big things of me now.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
She's shared her secrets and...
Mm-hmm. That's actually what the stitch looks like. So you're going to want to get it quite fine and you play around with it so the length is quite long but your little V that comes in is quite short. So you'll travel along and go in. The girls that did the class will know. And we should get Maria back.
And when you have worked out what works for that project and those fabrics in that project, on the little bit that you stitched out, get a Sharpie on the fabric.
That is not what I thought you were going to say.
No, on the piece of fabric that you stitched out with a Sharpie, write on what it is. Don't write it with a friction pen. I've done that.
Didn't get the brownie points?
No. But write it down, what it is, what the numbers are that you've set your machine on that gives you that supreme stitch.
You're still not getting the brownie points.
No, why not?
Because you can save it in your machine.
Oh. Yes, but if you do like me and you are doing too many projects all at once?
There's that.
Okay.
Can I have the panels for the bag back, please? Because we'll just
I don't know.
wrap this up.
How long is this? Oh my lord.
So, yeah, I know, right? And they're all still here, which really worries me. You all got something to do.
No, shh. You've already made them clean out the kitchen and clean out the bathroom. And
can you show these to the ladies, please? I'm going to go and get
what am I showing?
The project that we are going to do next week. I've decided you're here next week. Well, you have to be anyway, because we might as well do it here.
I'm a hostage now.
Hostage. Just going to lay these out, and then we can hold them up. If you're into ombres, they are on the, I think these are all on the website. We just grabbed one today, didn't we?
We did, but I'm pretty sure the majority of them are on the website.
Okay. There you
Having
go.
looked for something myself
So
recently.
this one's the triple stitch one that you can see. This one is the one that we've done with Leesa Fix or steamer seam. And I promise you, once we get the new site up, this will be able to sell that. I actually think we could probably do, I'll talk to Rob about putting up some pages, like an A4 size page of Leesa Fix seam seam, just in case the girls want to have a go. And then this one we've pre-shaped with the polyfuse and stuck it down. So these pieces will go in between. And as I said, Quarters Life girls, I'm short a panel. How is that even possible? There you go. This pattern is going up for you. I've got cast drafting this up for you at the moment. What, Pauline? What did I do? They're all talking about it, so we're not even looking.
I hope they're being nice.
I don't know. I'll read back later. Jenny Miller, I know where you live.
We need to know.
We actually know where everyone lives.
We need to know who
What?
Who's Jenny's Prosecco?
Oh, Jenny's
That's what
Prosecco.
we need to know.
We need to know Jenny's Prosecco that she drinks. Is that
Yes,
right? Because it's what?
It's not playing havoc with her arthritis
Um,
in her knees. Would you like to show the ladies this?
Deb Rumble is just showing off. She's making naan bread, rice paper rolls, and doing the washing while she's watching.
I love her. I love when you get all your little friends to do stuff for you, like the washing machine, the dishwasher, the dryer.
Can you see that? So that they get sewn up to here, and then the sides go up. You've got a sleeve to go on, but that's the essential start. And I have popped the pocket sewing caddy
In Live 7.
in Live 7 on special.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! You show the girls that. Which camera do you want?
You can go there. I think you've got better light.
Or you come and hold it because I'm going to go and get that little project we're doing next week to show them.
What project? You're scaring me now.
Well,
Okay.
we're talking rotary cutters, yeah?
Yes.
Right.
Without going into the horseradish dip, there's our little Bullion standing on his lonesome. It's a little bit easier to see on his lonesome in the middle of the flower as opposed to with all of the petals coming out. But you can just see we've got a Bullion loop with 12 wraps, couched down to sit nice and flat, and then 5 Bullions wrapping around the loop, and they are 8 wraps in each Bullion. And you're back, Lisa.
I'm back.
Yep, you're up.
Yeah, but I've got a problem.
Houston?
Yeah. I don't know how to close off it. The Facebook again. Where did we go? Oh, never mind. I'll work it out in a minute. It just means the girls may be here for a while after we say goodbye. Because I've got to work out how to do it again.
That reminds me of the Toy Story movie with the Barbie at the end.
It-
Are they gone now?
Are they gone now?
Stop smiling.
It is.
Oh, my
It's
feet, my
just,
cheeks are killing
like that
me.
because. So, wait. What's this one? So it. What you have to do is go out of Facebook. Cass will be sitting there where they're going. Oh, I've got to go out and come back in to cancel the show.
Okay.
It just does this weird thing every now and then. Yeah, no, I'll worry about that in a minute. This is what, so next week we're going to talk rotary cutters. There's a box from Birch over there and I think it's got the other ones in that's just arrived. The new Kai Japanese one.
I was just about to ask, are we going to show the ladies all manner of, I haven't got mine here.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So we don't sell this one, even though they're here in the shop, because we are the rotary cutter police. So safety
I am the
wise,
rotary
you
cutter
are.
police.
So
Yep.
these you can open and then
Leave
they
it.
get left laying around.
And they cause stitches.
I'm not looking at Lisa King or anything. No, when you're not here, Lisa and I go, oh, if Emma was here, we'd be in so much trouble. So I use the Kai ones, which are the retractable blue ones, which the girls know I use at home. So I've bought a heap of those in, and they are beautiful and they're safe because the blade is never exposed.
Except when you're actually applying pressure
Yes,
to it.
and then we've got the little ones here as well, which I think...
As in Kai, little minis as well?
No, the Alpha's Clover Littles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that size, but in the clover.
Right.
Now, I think they're better to use and they're safer if you're doing small cutting and
Absolutely.
around shapes and around curves.
Perfect.
Right.
That's when I bought mine.
So, and then the problem is that I'm the lefty and you're the righty.
That's not a problem. That's an advantage.
Well, it's good if we were using chopsticks right now because we wouldn't get in each other's way.
True.
Right. So we're going to talk about safety and cutting, and you'll probably do more of the safety talking, but I want to talk about as well, everyone cuts from their rulers or their boards. So I want to talk about how you size everything up, because you know the girls come in here and go, how did you know that was 30 inches? And I've seen ladies, no offence, in workshops that bring 2 rulers to butt them up against each other to get to a certain measurement instead of working off their board. So I want to talk about board measurements versus ruler measurements. And
I
then
think both.
we've got these online now.
Yep.
Which are the 6.5.
Yep.
And then we've got, I think,
This is the little one that I was talking about earlier that you brought back
Yeah.
for me.
they were made by Creative Cuts, weren't they?
They're Checkers.
Yeah, but they were made by Creative.
Yes, yeah.
So we've got these ones, and then we've got the bigger ones. And then we've got these cool new triangle rulers that are going to give us this. So we're making, this is big for us because we usually do our own patterns. So, but I love these rulers. We're going to do that groovy.
with
Yep, you're
flowering
right.
gun.
Yeah, so we're going to make this next week, and this comes with the actual pattern. So there's a beautiful big ruler, and they're at home. They're a beautiful triangular shaped one. It makes this funky table runner and 2 mats. And the rulers, with the ruler, you get the pattern.
That's clever.
So we're going to do that next week with all of the pastel flowering gums for one set, with creams and golds, and then we're going to go woohoo over. We're going woohoo over that side of the room.
See?
That side, which has got, I'm going to go red and black.
Yep.
And gold. Or maybe gold and black and cream over that side of the room. But all while cutting left and right handed. So if you've got any mates that are lefties like me, tell them next week to watch. It does mess people up, and I've had to learn to go the other way when teaching.
And it doesn't help left-handed people that the rulers are made for right-handed people. And boards are made for right-handed people.
Not the creative cuts ones. They
Creative grids ones.
Creative grids, sorry, they go both ways. Wait till you see the triangle ones, they're really, really good.
Clever. But your
So-
standard 6.5 inch.
But have you seen this? She don't move. You got
Yes, but it wears out after like 10 years.
Oh no, this is the new improved. Feel that?
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, that's a lot more substantial than these.
They don't move, so it's.
I like that.
And what that means, it doesn't just mean you don't slip. It's so much. Sorry,
Less
right-handed.
fatigue on your
Less
hand.
fatigue on your wrists. Have you got your Whizzy Bang one here?
Not here. I'll bring it
Can
next
you bring
week.
it next
Yeah.
week? Because I think we would take orders for those if people
Yep.
really thought they wanted one. All right. What
That
have we
was when I was
forgotten?
cutting out
That's
my great
it.
big Irish chain.
Are the cookies ready? Are they ready yet?
Oh, man.
Oh, come on, I didn't eat breakfast and I've had 2 spuds and a banana. All right, Thursday this week as well. Well, Emma's going to get them out of the fridge. So excited. We are going to be making one of Felicity's little owls that she sent us. Remember, she sent us a little box, noodle box with her Parliament of Owls in. So we're going to do one of those. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, they are still too hard. I
They're
can
very
tell.
hard. That's why you've got to make them
We might
yesterday.
do that. All right, I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that while we're
No,
live.
too crummy.
Too crummy. So we're going to make one of those on Thursday. There's lots of other things that I've got so much lined up now because with moving a lot of my stuff home, there's so much going on, and I've got to pick and choose. So we'll come back and have a little play, probably some more English paper piecing. There's lots of stuff, but it won't be quilts. We'll be doing other stuff on Thursday, including owls. We're making owls on Thursday. Flicks owls.
I can't say I'll be here.
You won't be here, but you'll watch, right? Later, and she doesn't watch. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. As I said, can you keep stitching while I get us offline, close-up camera, just so that, please? Because it's just really awkward. I've turned it off so the girls have just had a blank screen before, and then Cass is on, you're still alive, you're still alive. So I need
Stop
to go
talking.
and get us off live stream. I know how to do it. I'll just pull that blue cord out. That'll do it in a heartbeat. But I won't. So thank you very much for joining us.
And sticking around.
So much for your 1 month wonder. We'll do it again next week. What are we doing for high tea next time? We've got heaps of
The
ideas.
problem is sometimes our things are going to be so easy, but they need an oven. Although we can do a bit of a swap in.
You realise I was actually thinking about the stitching and she's talking about the food.
It's usually the other way round.
I can bring the pie oven back to work.
Did you see that?
I did. No, but we switch next month. You're savoury. Got a pie oven.
It's not going to cook a sausage roll.
I wonder if Tim's got one down in his place. We'll work on that. We could take it down to Cafe 1. Take it down to the cafe and say, can you heat it up? All right. So, thanks. I will see you Thursday at 2 p.m. And then we will see you next week on Tuesday at 2 p.m.
For a Techie Tuesday.
Got that, Cass? Cass will sort it all out. All right. I'm going to put the camera back on them, and then I'm going to try not to giggle while I try and work out. Which camera do you want? Any camera?
This one. I've just
That
got to
one.
straddle the corner of the table to find
There you go. Right.
Is
You're
this where
most
the
welcome,
credits roll?
Bernadette. The camera, no, this is now where I say, thank you, Sharon Keys.
No, this is where the credits roll up the screen, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is, but I can see them all rolling up on here instead. It's in here somewhere, Em. So what you've got to do, I'm sure Cass will just be going, you're unbelievable.
So
But-
unprofessional.
So unprofessional.
So I'm back to back stitch. Now, Lisa, does that mean you would like me to have constructed this handbag and this purse by next week?
Sure. But if you do that, then that means I have to get mine done by next week.
And yours is all by machine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it goes in here. What's for tea, Em?
So, Lisa, do you have any recommendations that got you through lockdown last year for the ladies in Sydney, or would you like me to share one
and
of
Brisbane
mine?
now too.
Yeah, true. They've gone.
Well,
in
you
for
go.
the longer.
Yeah, I do, but I've already badgered them about it. But I
Okay.
did say to them, routine, and that's what everyone says. It's
Yep.
routine.
Absolutely. I had a rule every day. Admittedly, I did have to go to work 3 days a week because I was looking after the children of essential workers. And my rule for the days when I was at home was that I had to do 2 domestic things that I didn't want to do,
Yeah.
and I had to finish 2 projects before I could start anything new. And let me tell you, I found all those really annoying little things to do that only needed the most minute finishing. And I could say, there's 2 things done, and they were 2 tiny things, and I could